preparing for the IELTS can be expensive and stressful. In this video, I'm going to help you spend less money preparing for the IELTS and then have less stress because you will know what you're doing. So first of all, what causes the stress? First of all, failure to find really good materials. You just research, there are so many websites, it stresses you. Number two, you have to pay a lot of money to go to the exam center, take the exam, get less points, take it again, get less points. You fail to get the points you want in just one trial. So we are going to solve these two problems: zero stress, or at least a lot less stress. And then the other thing, you will not waste money taking exams failing. I'm going to show you how to find really great materials. So first of all, you gotta use your internet, go to Google. So you write into your Google IELTS sample tests, and you want to go to British Council because they have the real exams. So you either go to, let's try this. This is a bit, all right, so we are here. It has taken us to the official website. So when we get here, 1 minute. So you want to check all the different writing, reading, listening, and speaking, because you want to practice all the skills. So you could begin with listening. Let's click onto this. So in the listening tests, and you will see here listening section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4. And then you get to the reading sections. And be careful, you must get the academic or general. Pay attention to that. For listening, it's the same, listening and listening, academic and general. Let's look at the reading because that's slightly different. So when you get to the reading section, you will have two different types, two different general and academic. If you're going to take the general exam, you click onto this, and there you go. You have it. You have general training section 1, section 2, section 3. So you click onto, let's say, section 1, this one. And 1 minute. So you have it here, question 1 to 8. You have all of this, the reading and the questions. So you can do this from the computer, or you can print it out, copy, paste, and print it out. Or you can download it. After downloading, you have the answer sheet, so you don't need to have somebody to look at your answers and figure out are they correct or not. Just do the exam, look at the answer sheet, go to section 2. It's the same thing with all of these. And then you continue to, let's say, speaking, continue to writing. And if you want to review your writing and speaking, I made a video on the marking criteria for writing, for example. Go look at that video and look at what criteria is needed for writing, what criteria is needed for speaking, how do they give you the points, or just write into Google the marking criteria, and you will know how good or how much work you need to do to take the exam once and get the desired points. But this website has one slight problem. It only has a few practice tests. The next website that I'm going to show you has a lot more practice tests. Actually, it has the past practice test. So you will come to Google, write IELTS sample tests. No, you write IELTS Cambridge. And after writing this, you're going to write VK. You can use this to find any other books, any other English books. I get materials for kids to read from just writing kids reading VK. Just write VK. It gives you books. It's a magic place. So you'll come here, for example, Wall and Wall, Cambridge, etc. So you click onto this. 1 minute. Did I click? Yes, I did. My PC is a little bit slow. Sorry about that. So you're gonna come here, you'll see IELTS 12 academic. Again, be careful if you download academic when you're going to be taking the general, it will just give you a lot of more headache because you'll think I'm horrible, but you're doing the wrong exam. Or if you download the general exam and then take the exam and think I'm great, and then you go to the real exam and you needed to take the academic, find out the reading sections are a lot longer, the language is academic, you'll be disappointed. So pay attention to which IELTS, academic or general. So academic IELTS, all general. And then scroll. Here we have IELTS 12. There is other materials for preparation. For example, read IELTS, write IELTS. These are great books. IELTS 9876, 42110. So you can just come and download these. All of this, that's 10. Ready for IELTS, course book. So you can get different books. Some links are empty. You can get the listening. There are so many books, so many, like vocabulary, because IELTS, it requires vocabulary. So vocabulary, Barron's, this is a great book for vocabulary. We have IELTS academic purposes, IELTS trainer. Try different books, but I would recommend Cambridge. I've used Cambridge. There are books like IELTS trainer. I haven't used this before. So try the books and see what works for you. These, for example, let's try to open one of the links. Some links, the books have been deleted, so the links are broken. But some of them, for example, these, I think these are broken because they're not highlighted. They don't look like the others. For example, we have this IELTS General. If you click onto this, it brings you to the PDF. And in this PDF, you have 4 tests, which means you have, in one test, you have the full exam, listening, speaking, writing, and reading. And you have the answers inside the book, the answer sheet, which means you don't need anybody else to prepare. You just need to have time, less stress, prepare before you take the real exam. Thanks for watching. I think this is the end of this video. And for the other thing about the marking criteria, I'm going to show you how to look at it in case you can't find, because you've done the reading section and looked at the answer sheet. You know how many points you'll get from reading. You can estimate. This is 146 pages. You can estimate how many points you'll get from all the other sections. But for reading, for writing and speaking, you'll have to know the criteria. In this book, they briefly explain it. For example, you see this. And for this listening, just go to YouTube and write the name of the book, IELTS General 12, and write the listening number. For example, listening 1. You will find the listening on YouTube. I have a few of them on my channel. You can also check that out, but there are so many on different other channels. The listening, the audio section. So that's all you need. And if you scroll, you have the answer sheet somewhere in here. You just have to be patient and scroll. Scroll is not finishing. We are not getting to the end. 1 minute. Oh, this is not. All right, here you have, we have the answer keys. You write the test 1, test 2, test 3. Be careful with that. You have the answer key. and you have the scripts in case something was mentioned in the listening and you couldn't get it. So practice before you take the test. That exam is pretty expensive. It's getting pretty expensive, most especially if your country uses a different currency from the US dollars. It's pretty expensive. I don't want you to waste a lot of money. You can say, if you want to get the criteria, you can say IELTS writing marking criteria. You have to be careful. Task 1, task 2. For example, task 2. And maybe go to images. I find this is a lot easier. It saves me something. It saves my time. So you can look at, for example, this. This looks a lot more clear. Oh. So you can see explain the different scores. For example, band 5, band 6, band 7. You look at what you've written and say, did I address the task only partially? Because you have a full task. Did you address everything? If you did, then it means you're gonna end up in band 5. You can look at band 8 and say, did I do all of this? Does my essay have all of this? Write, take a break. The next day, try to review it like it's somebody else's essay. If you say, oh yeah, it looks great, and you just want to make yourself feel better, then you'll fail the exam. I don't want you to fail the exam. So this is the end of the video. I talk and forget to end the video. Guys, thanks for listening. Bye-bye. Good luck with your preparation.